What's the deal?
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 What's the deed?
Hello and welcome to another episode of What's the Deid, where we find out what's the deal around Udeid Air Base. I'm Staff Sergeant Stephen Adkins from the 379th Public Affairs Office. I'm joined today by Chaplain Captain Alex Liu from the 379th Air Expeditionary Wing Chapel. Chaplain Liu, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So first and foremost, Chaplain Liu, got to ask you, what's the deal with the Chaplain Corps here at Udeid Air Base?
All right, the deal of the Chaplain Corps is supporting the CENTCOM mission by providing spiritual care through unit engagement, 100% confidential counseling, and various spiritual resiliency programs and religious services and activities.
Awesome. So are these services open to anyone here, coalition forces, just U.S. forces? Who are you servicing?
It is open to anybody.
Absolutely,
here.
anybody's here. Okay.
Yes.
So I think we all know, or at least we have a good idea of what the spiritual health means, but let's talk about how our spiritual health can be affected by the deployed environment here at AUAB.
Okay. Our service members will go through trial and tribulations on their deployment. And most common issues our service members are affected spiritually by the deployed environment are long duty days, hours, distance from family, family relationships, marriage relationships, non-marital relationships, work-related issues, death in the family, health issues of a family member back home, sexual issues, financial strain, and growth in one's religious faith, and search for new faith.
Gosh, so the deployed environment could hit us anywhere on
Yes.
that realm there.
Absolutely.
And I think I can speak for all of us when we say at least, especially the long duty hours. I know we're all pulling long
Right.
hours here.
Yeah, puts
so
a
let's
lot of
talk
stress
Yeah,
on us.
absolutely. So let's talk about some of the ways that we can alleviate some remedies to these effects.
Well, I find this acronym called a battle mind really helped me and helped a lot of service member in my last rotation.
Okay, you said battle mind.
Battle mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what does that stand for?
It stands. The B stands for bonds, social support, and this is the one that building social support wherever you go. And the A stands for adding or subtracting family roles. Because of the separation, we have to adjust the responsibility in our family.
Okay.
T stands for taking control. That is control what you can and not to let the rest bother you. And the T also stands for talking it out. That means you have to get things off the chest, finding a venue to vent.
Not keeping it all bottled up.
Right.
For sure. Okay.
Exactly. And L stands for loyalty and commitment. That's the key to any successful relationship.
For sure.
And E stands for emotional balance. That means learning to balance and regulate your emotion, not letting it too high or too low.
Trying to stay even keel for most part. Okay.
Exactly. M stands for mental health and readiness. That's what I call it. Keep it cool and calm and collected and push forward.
Cool.
And the I stands for independence. That is allowing us to developing personal independent skills and abilities on the deployment. N stands for navigating the Air Force system. There's a lot of resources out there available, including the Chaplain Corps. We're just one of the many. And so learn what they are and what they offer and take advantage of what they offer.
Okay.
And the D stands for denial of self. Always remember when we put this uniform on, we serve a cause greater than us.
Awesome. And it's right there in our Air Force core values, service before self.
Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Again, so that was battle mind. So finally, sir, here, let's talk about how you guys are leaving it better than you found it. I know General Armagost, that's one of his biggest sticking points. How are you going to leave it better than you found it as far as the Chaplain Corps goes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we're continuing to improve our squadron-focused warrior care programs to better meet the needs of our service members. And we seek to also have several projects done to improve our facilities in order to better serve the community here. We're also working on to provide several community care events to foster a spiritual, healthier environment.
Gotcha. So Chaplain Corps has got some stuff coming out. Keep your eyes out for it.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Again, Chaplain Liu, thanks very much for taking the time to sit down and speak with us today.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned yet for another edition of What's the Deid, where we find out what's the deal around Udeid Air Base.